For this mastery check, we're going to look at the New York Times essay on Revisiting the Canon Wars by Rachel Donito. We briefly read about the Canon Wars from the first reading in our literary movement unit. It was basically this huge debate on what makes books or genres a part of the literary canon that is deemed intellectual or actually educates people. Really looking at this idea that learning equates to these specific traditional or canonical authors and texts. But as we've learned, the rise of modernism and postmodernism has taken literature by storm, and cultural studies, as we've just read, is prominent in today's dominant culture. So for this mastery check, you are tasked with reading this article right here, Revisiting the Canon Wars from the New York Times. The article itself is about 6 pages. It's also pre-annotated and color-coded from a read-through of it that I did a while ago. So you can follow along with my annotating and color coding here if that helps you find a piece of evidence or something to reference for your response. I even have some annotations in here of my thoughts on what I think about what Bloom is saying or many of these other writers, professors that are contributing to this article. As you're reading or when you're finished, I want you to find evidence in the article that supports your response to the following questions. What are your thoughts on Alan Bloom's opinion of literature? Do you think that the traditional perspectives on literature and education have changed? Why or why not? And in what ways do you think Alan Bloom is right or wrong? Then, the point of this mastery check is for you to choose one of the lenses or criticisms that we've just learned about and apply it to your response, whether that's the reader response lens, feminism, gender, sexuality, Marxist social class, psychological, or the critical race lens. In what ways do you think literary theory shaped education, learning, or the way creativity works and functions today? How does literary theory allow us to challenge Alan Bloom's views on modernist, postmodernist literature, or how he views modern art in literature, and the way that he thinks college students should be learning? Remember, this is a mastery check. It's out of 100 points, not something that you can get away with writing 1 to 2 sentences and expect an 80%. The effort you put in is the grade you'll get back. And unless you score an 80 or higher, you won't be assigned the next lesson until you do. So make sure to read through that article, follow the guided questions, write a response, and then hit submit. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.